All right, let's give this another shot. After yesterday's game, Boston and New York, I just, for a few reasons, actually just decided not to upload it and make that one public. But this one here, after two periods of play, the Chicago Blackhawks, they have a goal. And the Montreal Canadiens, they have three. So this could be a reason as a Habs fan why I want to show this one. Montreal, of course, coming into this one with a record of 0-3. They've yet to they've yet to have won. They haven't won a game since I started this 68 Eternal Six League. This is I'm going to reimagine the modern era of the NHL. I've had each team protect about a third of their players and redrafted the other two thirds, although the teams did manage to acquire some of their veterans back in the process of doing that. And here after two periods of play, Chicago had a goal in the second period, and as did Montreal. Scoring so far in the game, though, was Montreal. Actually, they had two goals in 40 seconds, courtesy of the second line, which really needed to get going. John McKenzie and Fred Stanfield. They scored there 40 seconds apart. First McKenzie's and then Stanfield's. And the only penalty, actually two penalties taken in the period, also about 40 seconds apart, actually. Stapleton for Chicago at 9:52 and then Rolf at 10:31. And Montreal didn't get anything going in the power play, though. And then it was Jimmy Roberts taking a penalty at 8:06 of period two for Montreal. Roberts for Montreal. And whereas on that power play, Chicago did, courtesy of Ken Warren, get the power play goal. That was an interesting power play because I just said Chicago, at least to me, I just said Chicago's top line there, which is Mikita, Bobby Hull, and Lou Angotti I have there, out for the power play. And the puck kept going to Angotti. And he, of course, doesn't really have the shooting range of Ken Warren and some other players, even though I think he's really well suited playing in a line with Bobby Hull because he's a setup man and kind of a defensive presence as well on the line, so he works well in those ways. But I for the final couple of rolls of the power play, I basically subbed Angotti out and I brought Ken Warren in, and because it was almost like, again, it's funny, strange magic that comes through in the dice. It was almost as if Montreal wanted the puck to go to Angotti because it kept going to him time and again in the overtime. Or sorry, in the not in the overtime. I don't do overtime. In the power play, I'm a bit tired, and then still waking up, and did some of this last night, and I want to do the rest of it now. Stopped after 40 minutes of play, but anyway, so Kim Warren came out for the Blackhawks mid power play. And sure enough, the puck went to him. He was the right wing in that situation and had a shot. It was in range. And that was the one role that managed to score in Cesar Maniago, who has the start here for Montreal again. Rogie Vachon's backing him up. I thought about Terry Sawchuk, but decided against it. For Chicago, it's Gamble and goal and DeJordy. Gamble's made at least one save in range. Maniago, a pair of them on shots in range that otherwise would have been goals, I mean. And and Gamble, I guess, for his sake, shots and goal are 20-13 in favor of Montreal after two periods, 11-5 after period one, closer in the second period with a 9-8 gap. Chicago coming into this one with a record of 1-1-1, Montreal 0-3. And Beliveau had the goal for Montreal. I guess he had the second period. It was Warm scoring the power play. Beliveau a couple minutes after that, however, restoring Montreal's 2-goal lead. And Montreal as well returning for them in this game. Yvon Cornway, he had been injured, he'd been sidelined for a couple of games. Where in this game, Terry Crisp actually is, he's not out of the game, but he's a -2. So I've been shifting in Henri Richard instead of Crisp. So far, Dean Prentice, he started on line one actually. He's been progressively demoted. He's dressed for this one, but he's an extra forward. I'll just roll in his card occasionally. And not regularly, and he'll bottom six left wings replacement sort of thing, and then I guess this is all because Mike McMahon is out, so Serge Savard slotting in there as the number 5 defenseman. And I also have to remember that actually at the 20-minute mark there of period two, John McKenzie, I think he's taken a penalty in every game, has Pie McKenzie here for Montreal, so he's not going to get the start. So I think what I will do actually, I'll exclude Henri Richard, and I'm going to have Riel Lemieux and Jimmy Roberts out there to start for Montreal. This is a 5-4 here for Chicago. And similarly, if it goes to Murat, I'm going to roll on Tommy Williams. As Cara Williams I have here just off camera. Again, these are the 10th and 11th forwards and 5th defensemen. I dress 16 skaters and 2 goaltenders per game. And then Shitiko Tangati, I'm going to roll in Ken Moram's card. Try to remind myself to do that. So anyway, I was using actually the die roller app on my phone on this phone here for the first 40 minutes. Obviously, I can't do that now, so I'm just going to go back to rolling them by hand. So we get a 2-7 here off the draw to start things in the third period. Where left defenseman home will get it. So Laperriere immediately going to try to eat some time here. That penalty, it was literally taken at the 20-minute mark. I even rolled for exact time. So full 2-minute here power play for the Blackhawks. Anyway, with the 4-8, Jacques Laperriere with the 4-8, he's going to take another penalty. So we're looking at a 5-on-3 here unless 4-6. So actually with that even 6, we're looking at possibly a major. Wow, if I rolled myself into some trouble right away, I almost feel like canceling this one and doing another take. So Laperriere, let me see here. Let me double check here because I had a coincidental in the last game that I did between the Rangers and Bruins. One of those things I haven't really made a habit of memorizing here. But 5-minute major penalty, 12-time sequences. So, and I'm going to roll for misconduct, and obviously, and it's not delayed because the penalty roll was 4, so the play's been blown dead. But okay, so there's definitely no misconduct there. But Laperriere in the box for 5. So here, this is just my luck, right? As a Habs fan, I turn this on, I start playing this out, and Laperriere is going to be gone. I should also note here, McKenzie will emerge from the box 2 minutes into the third period. But for doing 12-time sequences, it's going to be until the 5:36 mark there that Laperriere is gone. I'm going to have to roll on Serge Savard's card should the puck go to Laperriere. That's what I'll do. I'll leave Ted Harris out there and just roll on Serge Savard's card. Anyway, so I have another face-off here, I guess. 5-on-3 now. I'm going to assume that Jimmy Roberts then is the one forward, and then the 2 defensemen are Serge Savard and Ted Harris. 1-9 in the face-off we get, so... we're looking at right defenseman home, actually. So Montreal have won both the draws in the first period. Whereas I recall, I don't track face-off stats exactly, but Chicago was doing really well with that earlier in the game. Anyway, it's going to be a 6-7 here. We are, were we 48 seconds in before? Laperriere and then 48? Why do I feel like it was only 24? Huh. I don't want to take time away from Chicago. Now I'm all paranoid. Was there anything else going on? Yeah. Maybe I started it on 24. Anyway, did I mention I'm just waking up? So we're at 48 seconds now. And I don't know there if which way I would be affecting Chicago worse, though. I'm actually maybe taking away some time now that they would have the man advantage. But otherwise, I'm accelerating closer to the end of the game, so lose. Anyway, it's going to be a 6-7 here for Ted Harris, about 48 seconds into it, and the PF3, that's going to be an well, actually, let me double check on Warham. No, Warham can't forecheck, so we're going to say Angadi's out there right now, so I want to appear biased. Interception is shot on goal, actually, for left defenseman Pat Whitey Stapleton. It's going to be a 3-10, which is not in range even on the power play. I think I'll use the blue marker here. I like to note in color code there by period. So Pat Stapleton here with his first shot of the night here in the power play. And to Cesar Maniago we look. And with the 3-5, has he held on to it? No, it's actually, yes, he has. Sorry about that. Anyway, back and forth call there. We're going to get another face-off here, just 48 into it, where we get a 5-10. So it's going to right defenseman. Mikita with the double A is going to cancel that one out. So actually, I'm going to roll in Tommy. I know it's on Marat's card, but I'm looking at Tommy Williams here, with a minute 12 in with a 4-4. For Williams, the 4-4, and Williams actually might be hurt. Let's see Williams with the 2. He's okay. We're going to have a face-off in Chicago's end. And I think minute 12, so it's going to be a 2-8 this time. And the draw 2-8 goes to visitor center. Stan Mikita here winning the draw once again. And Mikita here at a minute 36 with a 6-9. That is going to be definitely a shot on goal here in the power play for Stan Mikita, 3-12. And decent, but not on target. So... decent save for Maniago at that. We get a 3-5 here from Maniago. We had that before. That's going to be his hold on to the puck roll. And let's have yet another face-off. A lot of stop-start here in the early going with the 6-9. That means home center. That's vacant. You know what? I'm going to give it. I did this once earlier in the game. I'm going to do it again. Just give it to Mikita. When it goes to the home center, I'm just going to give it to the visitor center. There's my new little house rule. Anyway, 3-10 here. A lot of 10s coming up. Sorry about that. It's going to be 11 here. So Stan Mikita with yet another shot here in the power play. Probably one who you'd want having it with the 3-7, though. 212 is his power play range. And Mikita, who had 13 power play goals that season, 40 in total, won the scoring title. But McKenzie's going to emerge from the box, actually. Well, we're going to... No, that's right too. He could technically come out actually 5-3 to 5-4. We'll assume that he heads to the bench immediately though, and not Henri Richard, but Riel Lemieux is on the ice here now. Where are we at 2 minutes? Makita, wow. Okay, no, that's right. This is for Maniago. Wow. Okay, so it's going to go to Lemieux. We'll say oncoming left wing here. Lemieux at 224. Hopefully that was correct or close enough. It's going to be a 2-7 here for Lemieux. That's going to be actually shot with a possible rebound shorthanded. So with a 2-6, 2-2 is his range. Look to the red 5. That goes back to left wing Lemieux. They are going to be able to clear in that roll of a 3. Oh, but hold on. No, that's right, because it's a 3, because it's Tommy Williams out there, isn't it? No, so that's going to be Lemieux with a follow-up shot here. A couple of shots here in the third period. That one exited the tray. I'm going to count it anyway because I'm a Habs fan, so I want to be careful about making exceptions for my own team. Lemieux does not put a shot on target, and we roll and look to gamble. It's going to be a 4-7. I smell a frozen puck. It is. And let's see here, 224 into it. So similarly in the last game, I had the Rangers out. They had a major 5-minute power play against Boston. Weren't really able to get a whole lot going with it, and so far I probably just jinxed myself. Now Chicago's about to score in the power play, where they have scored once this game already, but we get a face-off here at about 224. So I think another thing that I will do here realistically is change lines. Do I trust McKenzie? The answer is no. I'm going to say Stanfield and Moens here, and of course change the defense. For Chicago, I think the veteran Palat, even though he didn't have any power play goals that season, and I'm going to look to Bruce McGregor actually. Try to keep things simple there. And Mike Walton, McKinney, and Moore, and we'll take to the ice here. So anyway, that's going to be a fresh draw roll there. 4-7. That was Bruce Gamble covering. So instead, it's going to be a 110. 110 that goes left wing, AA, home. No AA, but it just goes to home. 248 with the 4-8 there for Doug Moens here, shorthanded. And Doug Moens might be injured now, where they've already suffered an injury to Terry Crisp. He's fine. Face off in Montreal's end. I made a mental note that I want to start doing that on the face-offs in one team's end or the other, for what it's worth, in case you're looking and not just listening. Anyway, right wing here, home, acting right wing Fred Stanfield. So 312 into it here with the 4-9 for Fred Stanfield. It's going to be 11, so another shot on goal here, shorthanded. Stanfield with a 1-6 shorthanded, but his range is only a 1-3. Stanfield, who has a goal already in this game, looking to add another. But Gamble, let's see here. Stanfield couldn't get close enough to the net shorthanded. That's going to bounce back to Stanfield here, 336. This is one way to eat some clock and kill a penalty. It's going to be a 5-7. And a 5-7 shot with a possible rebound. The initial shot, no good. Looking to the red 3, back to the acting center. So I'm going to treat that as a face-off since that's a vacant position. So Gamble has held onto it here. And Chicago, I mean, they still have about a minute and a half of power play time. Let's see here, off the face-off, we get a 2-6 that goes to right wing. Again, Stanfield. He's a one-man show here right now. 4 minutes into it with a 5-8. Stanfield with a 5-8 shot on goal at home, which he is, 4-4. But again, that shorthanded range of 1-3. But at the same time, it's called protecting a lead, and that's what Stanfield's really working at doing here. Even shorthanded, 3-8 there for Gamble. So Gamble, again, he's held on to it, and he's asking his teammates what's going on. And we get another face-off here in the Chicago zone. Okay, 1-5 this time of the draw. So visitor center Don McKinney with possession wins it to himself here. 424 McKinney looked at the 5-7. And let's see, do we have the pass bonus? We do actually. So McKinney's inside now for a shot here. 3-8 on the power play. Not quite going to get it done. Let's see, to Maniago, we look here. Let's see if Maniago and his rebound control being tested with a 6-4. And that will go, actually, he's going to hold on to it as well because center is vacant. So I could do the paradise thing and give it to the center on the other team, but I'm not going to. It's going to be a 4-4 here in the face-off. Left wing, but the 8 cancel out. So Stanfield, now he's won the draw. And I should probably actually take him off the ice here. He came on at about the 2-minute mark. But anyway, it's going to be a 6. They're equally tired. It's going to be a 6-6 for Stanfield, I guess, since he won that draw. And with that D7, Stanfield here, one more shot. Stanfield with a 4-5 on the shot that's definitely not in range for him. Give him another shot on goal here where he's had 3 of them on this power play here for Chicago. To Gamble, we look here with a 1-8. Gamble, that goes back, bounces back to left wing Doug Moens. And Moens, would you look at this? Montreal, this is the best they've played. 2-5 here for Doug Moens, 2-5 in the 8. And once again, that's going to be shot on goal this time for Moens, where we get the 6-7. They are evidently tired. They need to get off and change. It's going to be everybody does actually. We'll say, but about a shift and a half there. But 6-9 there for a gamble. So it's going to go to we'll say oncoming right wing here. Montreal will put on. Well, they've just killed. Let's put on Yvonne Cornway, where the Blackhawks, again, probably going to shorten their bench up a little bit in the third period. We'll do one shift with Malone, Berenson, and Nesterenko. You have 50 goals between the three of them. So we'll do that here. Cornway with the puck, though, here at 5-12. And we're back to 5-5 here. We get a 4-8 for Cornway. 4-8, that's going to be a shot automatically for the Roadrunner. So Cornway with a 4-6 on that shot. That is also not going to go. It's going to Gamble. Or I think also I should probably change to the Blue Liners. Anyway, so Gamble here with a 5-6 and 5-6 there for Bruce Gamble, meaning he's held on to it again. We get a face-off here with a 3-3, and that's center A. Actually, no, so they mutually have A's. It will just go Berenson's way. 5-36 here now, 5-8 for Berenson. And that is past, is it? Yes, it is. Past to 3. Left wing Dave Malone here after the 6-minute mark. I think I'll leave them on till about 8 minutes, actually. No, I can't do that, Chicago. It's going to be here with a 2-8 there for Dave Malone. 2-8, that's going to be a shot on goal for Malone. And that's, actually, no, that's going to be blocked. So the shot doesn't register. Instead, the puck goes to Jacques Perrier up to Jean Beliveau here. I think he'll tread water for 24. Let's get the defense back. Yeah, maybe this is where I do a bit of double shifting. We'll sort of shift in half the top defense pair. And we have to get Hull, Makita, and Gotti back in the ice, however. So we'll do that here. And Beliveau here with it. Treading water on ice. He is going to be 6-24 and 5-2 for Beliveau. Looking in the wrong place I am. Pass automatically to 6. Right wing, we'll assume again oncoming right wing. Not John McKenzie. Okay, I'm a Montreal fan after all. Let's give it to Jimmy Roberts here. McKenzie's playing like a traitor when he's not scoring. Anyway, it's going to be a 6-40, or someone disloyal somehow. It's going to be a 6-48 here with a 6-5 for Jimmy Roberts, and that's going to be turned over, I believe, yes, to 5. Left defenseman Pat Stapleton here with it at 7 minutes and 12 seconds, roughly, with another 6-5. A terrible roller. That's going to be a face-off in the neutral zone. Give me a chance to shake a little extra. So we're going to get here at 2:10 this time in the draw, which means it goes to center. Henri, no, that's not going to matter. Here's a single A because Henri Richard also is an A. So here at 7:36, veteran Henri Richard trying to make the most with what limited time he's had this season. The 11th shot on goal be one way to have at it. It's going to be a 3-8, definitely not in his range. It's Richard's second shot of the night, again with the injured Terry Crisp. Richard seeing a little more ice time than normal in this one than he normally might. Up to 8 minutes. How am I already almost 18 in the video? Anyway, it's going to be a 3:10 here. I thought it was going fast. For 3:10 here in Gamble's card, rather, to the right defenseman here on Chicago. And Murat here at 8:24 will get a change in as well. So let's go to, we'll have to go to the second line here, I guess, now. And where we're going to go to, I guess, yeah, we'll go seconds here. And Murat here at 8:24. That 3:10's already been rolled. So Murat up to the 8:24 mark with a 2-4. That is going to be Murat, actually, possibly hurts what that is. No, so just face off in Chicago's end here at 8:24. We'll let Murat stay on with the 2-8 on the draw. That goes to visitor center Don McKenney. McKenney here at 8:48 with a 4-6. And D6, no, that's going to be turned over ultimately. McKenzie here away with it. And here at 9:12, we go with the 2-4 for McKenzie. And 2-4 in the H7. Double checking here. Yes, shot on goal for Pye. Pye with the 112. 112. Again, he has a goal this game and an assist. He's looking to get a third point here. To Bruce Gamble we go. Gamble with the 2-5 here. And Gamble makes a really big stop, actually. On to Don McKenney goes the puck. He's had at least a couple in this game. Dynamic saves. It could have been goals. Could be a 5-1 game for Montreal, but it is not here at 9:36. Don McKenney here with the 2-7. And that's going to be turned over. He's not on the power play. Right defenseman Al Arbour here at the 10-minute mark with the 2-5 for Arbour. That's going to be face-off in the neutral zone, conveniently allowing me to change for both teams. And I guess, I don't know, see, Malone, Berenson, Nesterenko, as I said, 50 goals between them. Berenson with 24 that season. So maybe just one more shift in the period for this line. Montreal, I guess, will go to the third line as well. What I might do now, I think Prentice, No, they probably want to leave Lemieux and Roberts on. So 10 minutes in here, we get the face-off. The cancel outs again there with the A ratings. And 2-9 here, and the draw goes to visitor left wing, Dave Ballone. Here at 10:24, Ballone here, 6-5. And that's going to be pass automatically 2-6 back to, drops it back to Plot here at 10:48 with a 3-5. And that's going to be another face-off in the neutral zone. 6-6 this time, and the draw goes to right wing visitor Eric Nestorenko. So here at 11:12, Nestorenko with a 6-5. And that's going to be another face-off in the neutral zone. Okay, we get a 5-4 this time. That's to left defenseman visitor. So Dale Rolfe, the puck goes to him off the draw. And maybe we should change Montreal. Whoops, dear. Montreal's blue line as well then. Okay, I don't know. I just want the matched up, I guess, for whatever reason. Montreal is the last change. So it's going to be a 5-3 here at 11:36. We're roll for the 5-3 in the H4, turned over to right defenseman Al Arbour here at the 12-minute mark. And we get a 4-8 here for Arbour. So 4-8 for Arbour is another face-off in the neutral zone. No, turned over to 4 right wing Eric Nestorenko here. 8 minutes to go, scoreless period so far. I'll probably just leave this one unlisted if we don't get like a goal at least. That's why the New York-Boston part 2 of 2 anyway is... well, it's available, but it's not publicized. So it's going to be, I guess Montreal will go back to Beliveau and co. Beliveau also with the goal earlier, as mentioned. 3:10 here for Eric Nestorenko, though, before heading off, which means 3. He's going to pass it to left wing oncoming. Let's get back to the top line for the Chicago Blackhawks. We're going best on best now for this shift. It's going to be the Golden Jet here with possession. And up to 12:48 we go here with the 3-7 there for Bobby Hull. I smell a shot. There's one coming with a possible rebound. 5-7 on the initial. Hull will need that. Just 2 shots on goal for Hull so far tonight, I guess. This morning. 5-6 in the clear. Montreal's not... Wait, they're clearing in a 9, but I don't think so. It's still... No, it's knocked down to an 8, courtesy of Hull. So, yeah, they don't do it. So, back to Bobby. Oh, shoot, I was supposed to look there, the red 5. We're going to say back to Bobby Hull for the rebound, because why not? Hull with the 5-4, not going to be in range anyway. So, if I'm skirting and cheating a little bit, I'm doing it here in favor of Chicago against Montreal. To Maniago, we look here with a 5-6, and that will go to center Jean Beliveau here. Some applause at the forum, some nervous applause, some cautious optimism here in Montreal. 3-10, 11. That's going to be shot for Beliveau. Shot for Beliveau with a 3-10. I seem to be rolling that too much. Sorry about that, but anyway, it's not going to benefit Montreal. Here it goes over to Bruce Gamble, where we get the 2-5 on Gamble's card. That goes to fellow centerman there, Stan Mikita, up to 13:36 now with a 4-11. Mikita with the 4-11 and the P5. He'll get the pass. Drop back to Pat Stapleton. Stapleton here, 14 minutes with the 3-6. When is Chicago rather? Maybe going to look at pulling Bruce Gamble. Anyway, 3-6 and the P5 to the 1. So just across to Marat, he'll head off. And we'll do the same thing here. We'll say Montreal's going to change their defense. And Chicago will change their forwards. Let's roll for Marat here at 14:24 here with a 3-7. And PF2 oncoming. Yes, they do. They have the 4 checkers. So 4. Marat to a right wing here. John McKenzie at 14:24. McKenzie with the 3-7. So 6 shots in goal in the game for McKenzie and on the night. And no can do there. It goes to 5-6. That is going to be held on to again by Bruce Gamble. Another face-off here, 5-5. That is center here. Center home, actually, this time. So Fred Stanfield here with it. At 14:48, Stanfield with a 1-8. And D6, no. So turned over. Gets away from him to... actually, Marat's supposed to head off. Oh, equal to or greater than. Oh, well, I'll give it to Palat. So here, 15-12. Let's see with a 2-6. And 2-6 and a 5 there. Palat's not going to be able to get a shot through either. Ultimately, it is John McKenzie here with it once more. And at 15:36 here with a 3-9. 3-9 and the 7. So McKenzie, shot number 7 of the night for him with a 4-9. That will get through, but it'll be handled easily by Gilles Marat. At least the shot. Let's see. Not Marat, Gamble. The Chicago defense here, and Bruce Gamble with the 4-6. Yes, Gamble will just, again, hang on to it. So, ton of face-offs here. It'll happen sometimes in this and in actual hockey. Imagine that. Yeah, about 15:36 in here. And they'll get a face-off. Leave on who we have on 4-9. That is a left defenseman. So Dale Rolfe here with it Up to the 16-minute mark goes Rolf with a 2-4, and Rolf might be hurt. Rolf is fine with that roll of a 5-6, but we'll get the line change here. So I think what we'll do, it's hard to say here. I think probably one more shift for this line, actually, and then we'll come back in the final two and maybe look to a pull gamble if Chicago is still down by 2, or even if they're down by 1. And, yeah, we'll put the Richard, Roberts, and Riel Lemieux line out there for Montreal. One thing I didn't do, actually, was note the penalty earlier in the period. If I had to guesstimate, it was about 48 in, where I need my D12s, actually. Might have to do that after the fact. Let's see here. I'll do it in 2 steps. So it's going to be in the second set of 12 seconds. And so 16, I'm going to say, was that 24 in or 48 in? 16, I think so. 16 seconds into the period, it was Laperriere, actually, right? Taking a penalty. I suppose I can double check after. Laperriere had a couple there for Montreal. So, yeah. Hopefully I didn't roll in his carvel if they were shorthanded. Sorry if I did. Anyway, it's going to be here, so 4 minutes to go. And I really think that I did, actually. Oh, dear. Okay, it's going to be a 4-7. On the face-off, do we have on who we need on? Yes, I'm going to... Well, no, maybe. And if I'm... Oh, no, because Rolf just came off. Yeah, no, okay. Might be a timeout here late where I might just double shift the top blue line. It's going to be 4-7 on the face-off, though. That will go to home left wing. Riel Lemieux here at 16-24. Lemieux with a 1-10. And H9, that's going to be a shot for Riel Lemieux. And the shot with the 1-7. So Lemieux here with a 1-7. He's had a couple in range in this game, has yet to score. To Bruce Gamble, we look. This would be some good insurance for Montreal late. We have a 1-6 for Gamble, and Gamble's done it. He's made the dynamic stop, and we're going to have a face-off here as a result. So Gamble sprawls and covers, and we get another draw here in Chicago's end. 2-9 this time, the face-off. That goes to left wing here, visitor Dave Ballone. Oh, dear. Oh, boy. All right, I have to actually get up from the chair to get that. Maybe I should stand and play. Let's do some standing and playing. Sorry, all the dice didn't drop there earlier. Never thought of doing this. Okay, so it's going to be a 3-8 here for Dave Ballone. I think Peter Miller actually stands sometimes in his videos. Ballone is iced, so we get a face-off in the Chicago zone here once more, where we get a 1-4 there in the draw. Maybe that'll help the dice rolling as well. We'll get a little more variety here. 1-4, meaning it goes to home left defenseman there, Jacques Laperriere. We were already at 16:48, though now we're at 17:12. Sorry if I've lagged any further than that. It's going to be a 5-5 here for Jacques Laperriere. And Laperriere, the 6th this time, looking, that's going to be taken away from him. And he's unable to get a shot through. Ultimately, Sean Marat here with possession at 17:36. Chicago down by 2. They might like to pull a little early. It's going to be a 1-9 for Marat. Marat with a 4. It's going to be turned over to 5. So left defenseman Laperriere again here, trying to play keep away with a 2-7. And a 2-7 will be a shot with a possible rebound. The initial shot is from Laperriere, and it's not in range. It's his second of the night. We look to the red 2. That puck goes back to Laperriere. Chicago, however, will try to clear. They're not able to clear, so Laperriere with a follow-up with a 4-7. So, again, Chicago unable to get out of their own end here for this one, where we get a 5-10. And let's see here, Gamble the 5-10. That's going to go to center, Henri Richard, actually. So we're going to get the change. They're not able to pull Gamble yet. They're not able to take a timeout or anything. We'll assume that they do have time, however, to get the Mikita, Holly, and Gotti line out there. And here at 18:24, Henri Richard before heading off. It's going to be a 5-3 for him. So 5-3 on Richard's card in the 6th. That's going to be, actually, that's going to be a shot on goal there for the Pocket Rocket. With a 5-7, it's not a good one. It's his 3rd of the night. And to Gamble, we look. Maybe Gamble will try to hold on to it again this time. 3-5. Right wing, actually, for Chicago and Gotti. I'm going to assume Gamble heads off. And I think what I'll do if the 6 comes up, I'm going to roll for Cam Morum. We'll assume Morum is the 4th forward to take to the ice here. We're Angotti at 18:48 here with the 3-3 Angotti. And it's going to be iced, actually. So face-off in Chicago's end. I think Gamble has to step back into the crease momentarily. Where we get, why am I about to move that? Sorry, we get a 5-5 here in the face-off. That means center home. So probably not Henri Richard. However, after that face-off, we probably go to I don't know. Maybe Stanfield. Stanfield's line has 2 goals, but Beliveau has one, and it's the final shift of the game. I don't know. Better defense versus higher penalty risk. Let's give it to Beliveau. Here at 19:12, final minute of play here with the 4:10. They can't pull gamble again with Montreal with possession. So with the 4:10 here for Beliveau. 9, that's going to be actually a shot on goal there for the Grove Bill. With a 1-6, Beliveau looks like he's not done. He doesn't care how late in the game it is. To Bruce Gamble, we look with the 2:12. And with the 2:12, he's made the save. And we don't get that result, so I'm just going to assume a face-off. Pretty sure that's how it's done. That's how I do it at least. So Gamble has frozen the puck here where Beliveau got close. Count that at least 4 shots in range. Gamble's been had a harder go of it here in the third period. And anyway, let's get a face-off here with the 6:11. Sorry that there's no goals in this one. With the 6:11 here, right defense. So I was just going to do this one as a full dark match, but whatever. I guess I'm not doing that now because the camera's on. So 6:11. That is right defenseman, right defenseman. Visitor, actually, Nikita will cancel out there anyway. 1936 here. Would it be Pierre Palat? No, it wouldn't. It'd be Kem Wareham here. Let's look to the 1-5 and Kem Wareham, not the face-off in the neutral zone. Actually, it's going to be a face-off either way. Let me see. It's good. It's good on Tommy Williams' card. We'll give Tommy Williams a shot on goal here. Oh my goodness, Tommy Williams, and it's in range with the 1-6. And look, being totally unfair to my own team that I am, Tommy Williams has rolled it in range. Let's go over to Montiago's card here with a 3-4. Montiago with the 3-4, and there you go. Chicago here at 1936 is pulled back to within 1. Maybe I'm trying to overcompensate here against my favorite team, but whatever, I'm going to count it. Would have been a whistle for Wareham. I'm going to sit down now, too. Was a whistle for Palat as well, but I decided whatever, we'll say that Tommy Williams. It's conceivable Chicago would have had 5 forwards in the ice and Palat off by this point. So I definitely will allow it. And so we had a close game here in the final minute with Tommy Williams scoring. Let's get the exact time. It's in the second set of 12. And with the 6, so here at there'll be 18 seconds added to 19:12. So with exactly 30 seconds remaining, the second thing of note in this period, Tommy Williams has scored here for the Blackhawks to get to within 1 here in the final minute. And even though I counted the die that dropped to the floor as part of the roll, I wanted to say, actually, it would have been, you know what, in fairness, it would have been in Williams' range anyway, and had I re-rolled, I don't know, I'm glad that I did it the way that I did it, because as a Habs fan, had I re-rolled, that would have seemed kind of cheap. So, assisting on Williams' goal, I looked at 3-4 here, where we get the middle and high. That's going to be, if I'm assuming that Wareham's in the ice as well, I got to keep that in mind. Wareham with the assist here of 20, Nikita 21, and Gotti 22. That's right, 6 skaters out there too. That kind of complicates things. The second highest is Mikita, and the third highest is Wareham, actually. Yep. So, and Williams would be the highest, but he scored the goal. So Mikita and Wareham here, let's say at 19:30. Mikita picking up another point in the game, and Wareham for that matter as well. Wareham now has a goal and an assist, and Tommy Williams there should probably credit him with the shot, seeing as he scored. Williams also had an assist early in the game, so 3 Chicago Blackhawks here, each with a pair of points, and a really critical face-off here. Mikita against Beliveau. Montreal doesn't have a double-A to match, so we get a 4-4 here off the face-off draw. It is going to be won by Mikita. Mikita will get it to who other than Bobby Hull here. The final 24 seconds. Let's see what Bobby Hull can do with it. Bobby Hull with a 6-5. And 6-5 in the D9. Bobby Hull indeed will have a shot on goal here. Let's give this a little extra shake here. 2 hands. Bobby Hull with a 2-7 and a 2-9. Just out of range. Cesar Montiago. Let's see. There could be a rebound, though. 6-7. There is a rebound. Back to 3 to right wing Luan Gotti. Hold on here at the Forum. And Montreal's able to clear it, though. Look at that. It goes to left defenseman Bob McCord. Game over. Montreal has hung on to win here by a final score of 3-2, picking up their first win of the season. They'll now improve to 1-3. Chicago will fall to 1-2-1. And the shots on goal in the third period, I count 4, 5, 6, 7. Any I didn't count missed the net. So one story here of this game, Chicago only managing 19 shots on goal. Montreal with a pretty staunch, stalwart defense. And that was actually a word that Kurt Berglund used last night in his fight there, the Leon Spinks Ernie Shavers fight, and it's a word that I like as well. Let's see here. We get a 1, 2, 5, 6, 9, 11, 13, 15, 15 for Montreal. So what my praise for Gamble earlier was warranted there. 35-19. That's something Montreal hasn't struggled with as much here, out shooting opponents. But they just barely hung on to win this one. So I was hoping between Maniago and Vachon, that one would step up. I don't know. I mean, that's still slightly less than 900 save percentage, but I think Maniago and Montreal will take it. It's their first win of the season. Logically, it's Maniago's first win with that, and and I guess for Gamble too, I'm just gonna round his time to 59 there because the two brief exits. I don't worry too much about stuff like that. They would have faced yeah, well, he faced all 35 of the shots though, and he let in three. So an above 900 save percentage for Gamble, but it doesn't get him the win here, which I'm sure he probably would have preferred. And coaches and GMs like winning goaltenders. So I think this is all squared up and off in a way. I use that actually when I'm entering in the information on Delphi. Just the one penalty there in the third period. But speaking of periods, there's no reason that one of these needs to last 35 plus minutes in a video. Hopefully, maybe that pre-game talk was a little longer than I thought it was. Again, still just waking up here. Last night, again, another thing too, I felt like I had a cold coming on. Was the voice just I don't run anyway. I don't need to describe the symptoms of cold to you, but I don't know, something just felt a little off during that Boston New York game. So even though I did video record it, just decided to leave it unlisted. There probably is a way to uncover it. Delphi would be another, but yeah. Anyway, here at least with this one, he had the goal in the final minute, and then Bobby Hall had the chance there at the last second, and there was a rebound. So I mean, there's in my opinion anyway, good a little bit of drama there at the in the last gasp here of things. Anyway, final score again 3-2 Montreal, their first win here in Eternal Six hockey history. All right. Anytime any consideration that you give to anything like this is never expected, but it's always appreciated. I'm going to continue with trying to wake up and catch up, I guess, with Nashville and Montreal as well. So, anyway, cheers, thanks, and bye for now.